Hi, students, and welcome to today's lesson. I'm Ms. Albina. Today, we will continue to explore the question, why do some animals live in groups? Are you ready? Grab your pencil and your science journal, and let's get started. Ooh, look what we have here. A lone wolf. If this wolf doesn't find its pack, what do you think might happen? Will it have trouble hunting? I think this wolf will do better in a group. In fact, your task after our last session was to make a claim about why some animals, like Arctic wolves, live in groups. This is the claim that I made. Living in groups helps animals survive. I found evidence and reasoning in the articles we read about emperor penguins, Arctic wolves, and musk oxen. Were your evidence and reasoning similar to mine? I wonder though, can we really make a claim about all animals when we've only studied 3? I think we need to learn about more animals to find more support for our claim. Check out these insects. What do you notice? They're pretty different from the other animals we've studied, right? These are leafcutter ants. Let's learn more. This article will take us to South America, where I'm from, and where leafcutter ants live. Let's read. Take a close-up look at these amazing insects right here. A leafcutter ant colony lives in chambers, or rooms, that are each about the size of a shoebox. Estimates suggest that over 10,000 ants can live within a single chamber. Large colonies often have 15 to 20 chambers. That means a colony could have around 200,000 ants. Ants in a colony work together, like the parts of a body. Each ant has a particular job. Each ant must do their job for the colony to survive. They work together to gather leaves to feed the fungus they eat, care for their young, and keep their home clean. What an interesting article. We learned a lot about leafcutter ants. Did we find more support for our claim that living in groups helps animals survive? For sure. Leafcutter ants work together to gather food and build a home. That's some strong evidence. But what about our reasoning? This part is always tricky for me, so I just ask myself, how does the evidence support the claim? How can we connect the two with an idea that serves as a bridge? What do you think? Well, we are trying to show that living in groups helps animals survive. We know that leafcutter ants work together to gather food and build a home, and that connects to the claim because ants need food and shelter to survive. The reasoning is what connects our evidence to our claim. Ready for some more research? Now we'll travel to Africa, where we'll learn more about lions living in groups. In the grasslands of Africa, lions live in groups called prides. Although an average pride includes about 15 lions, a pride can include as many as 40. Prides are formed based on related females. Mothers, sisters, aunts, and daughters work together to help the pride succeed. They hunt together, separating and capturing their prey. They socialize together. They raise their cubs together. They offer protection to one another. Next, we'll learn about the lion's prey, wildebeests. Wildebeests also live in Africa. Some of the biggest wildlife herds on Earth roam the Serengeti Plain in East Africa. Here, huge numbers of wildebeests are always on the move. Herds can number in the thousands. While the wildebeests roam in search of food, so do a host of predators, including lions, crocodiles, and hyenas. Their food is the wildebeest. Good hiding places where mothers can safely give birth are limited on the open grassy plains. The wildebeest has solved this problem in an unusual way. Almost all the babies in the herd are born during the same 2 weeks. With so many babies born at the same time, predators can make off with only a few, and the herd remains strong. So, after reading that article, does living in groups help wildebeests survive? Oh, absolutely. To protect their young, wildebeests give birth at about the same time. But how does this evidence support the claim? What is our reasoning? Well, wildebeests give birth at the same time and that allows them to protect the babies. And protecting the babies allows the herd to get bigger and continue to survive. That's the reasoning that connects back to our claim. What about the lions? Does their behavior support our claim? I would say so. But what was our evidence? Well, we learned that lions work together to separate and capture wildebeests. And what is the reasoning? How can I link that evidence back to the claim that living in groups helps animals survive? Well, lions need the group to hunt, and lions need food to survive. If lions had to hunt on their own, they might not be able to get enough food to survive. We made the claim that living in groups helps animals survive. Do we have enough evidence and reasoning to support our claim? Well, we sure do. All of these animals live and work together in groups that help them survive. So what are the benefits of living in a group? Well, by living in a group, these animals can work together to find food or to stay safe. For example, the musk oxen work together to protect the baby musk oxen, and the leafcutter ants work together to gather more leaves for their fungus farm to feed the colony. Many different animals benefit from living in a group. Let's add this new knowledge to our anchor chart. We'll add that some animals live in groups that help members survive. Living in groups can help animals get food and defend themselves. One of your tasks for today will be to update the anchor chart in your science journal. All this talk about animals living in groups makes me wonder. Do you think butterflies live in groups or on their own? Sometimes I see a single butterfly, but sometimes I see butterflies together. Does that mean they live in a group? If so, how large is a butterfly group and what is its purpose? Let's watch this video clip. What do you notice about the butterfly's behavior? Wow, that's a lot of butterflies. Why do you think these butterflies are in this huge group? I wonder, do butterflies live in groups to stay safe? Or maybe they work as a group to gather and store food like leafcutter ants do. You know, scientists have done research and they are still not sure exactly why butterflies can be found in groups. Many scientists think that butterflies sometimes form groups to protect themselves from the environment or predators, but they'll have to keep researching to learn more. Speaking of learning, how can we update our anchor model to include this new knowledge? Let's draw a group of butterflies to show that butterflies can be found in groups. We learned that, like many other animals, butterflies can be found in groups. Another one of your tasks today will be to update the anchor model and explanation. So many animals live in groups. Fish sometimes swim in schools, and geese fly in flocks. Elephants and zebras and monkeys also live in groups. I wonder, are there some animals that don't live in groups? If so, are they lonely? How do they survive? It seems like every time we learn something new, it leads to more and more questions. We'll tackle some of these questions next time. Let's review your tasks for today. First, fill in the blanks to update the anchor chart. Second, update the anchor model and explanation.